Thank you very much, sir, for the introduction. And today I'm going to tell you a journey and a world secret that was being hidden across the centuries. So, Innovating Destiny is our company's mission and vision, through which we are bringing up ancient wisdom, as sir has mentioned, and that is Bharat Parashara Hora Shastra. That is one of the ancient texts written by Maharshi Parashara itself. There were different contributors in this subject, Bhrigu Maharshi, Varaha Mira, etc. But Maharshi Parashara's text is so prevalent right now, and his text has been saved. Unfortunately, other theories have been misplaced, or we have been invaded multiple times. But let's explore this. So, Maharshi Parashara is the second, one of the founders, father of the astrology, where he has specifically mentioned one formula, and this is the secret. Most of the astrologers, they will just study the Kundali and they will check the Dasha system. According to that, they will give the prediction. However, Maharshi Parashara has given that formula called Prana. We all know that Prana is just an essential forces of life, but it is a qualitative. No one ever expected that qualitative can be quantified in a measurable terms. And that's the major hypothesis which we are also focusing upon, because there are no concrete scientific evidences to prove it right now. And we have started this research 2 years ago, continuously doing this research. And second thing is the text given by the Maharshi Parashara belongs to certain 50,000 years ago, but that text doesn't apply in this contemporary world. And this is the challenge. We have modernized most of his text. Recently, even in today morning, few of the sessions have mentioned that ancient Sanskrit need to be modernized, and that has to be organized in a proper manner for the benefit of the humanity. And we have done the step one for it by translating BPHS, that is Bharat Parashara Hora Shastra. Within this, as I mentioned, the prana. This is the philosophy over here. The actual way of astrology, people say that outside planets are affecting our life. But this theory contradicts that theory, that whatever happens within our life, it's within us, it's inside us. The theory states that the moment we are born on this earth, the first breath we take it, we accept that the mother is our earth. And all other planets and all other natural resources are the natural driving forces of our destiny and life, till from birth to death, and from birth and that from death to rebirth again. So the concept of prana has given even a pattern where we can even predict the human death, but we are not touching it right now. So these are certain factors where prana is being involving in our life, from birth time, balance of mind, potentiality, directions, and the way of decision making, intuition, etc. All this is being mentioned in Bharat Parashara Hora Shastra. Most of the research is completely based upon the inferential scale, and it's just like mixing few of the texts and identifying what has been missed, creating a story, validating it again with the contemporary data systems. Right. So this is one such theory where our prana, that chakras, from Kundalini chakras, that's been connected to our planets. There is no contemporary proof of for this right now. It's just a hypothesis. We are proving it right now. However, it may take time, several years of time, right? So this connection, just how drive our life, gives few other variables, that is time. So time association of time here is been one of the complex subject over here. Prana and time is completely two different things, but the formula is itself associated with the time. 24 hours on this earth, it may increase future because of the orbital distance, as most of them have. If one of the startup is working on space tech, he might be understanding how it will be going. So right now we are having 24 hours. Within this 24 hours, there are dynamic sets of prana, energies that's been transforming within ourselves. And that is the reason human behave differently in different times. And that's how we have identified this formula to predict that behavior. As I mentioned, it is associated with time. And as the author, the philosopher Maharshi Parashara, during his advent of time, this formula used by ancient kings at that time. Down the line, many of the increasing population and the subject have become more generalized and introduced more theories. For example, Sade Sati, Elnatsen in Telugu people will call it. But this is much more accurate, which may reject all other theories. So we have been testing this on 700 people right now. We'll be increasing the sample size furthermore. And the application of this theory and the formula is 99% in accuracy of daily prediction. Right now we are focusing upon daily prediction. What's going to happen tomorrow? That's the philosophy. Most people might be getting confused or people might get scared, but this is the philosophy. As we all know that we are already destined, and philosophically, as sir has mentioned, that there are many stories. One philosophy we have to also identify that this is the 71st Kali Yuga. I have already spoken to you already in this dais, in the another Kali Yuga. So the circle repeats in a conical way. So this is just as part of a line of every person, what's going to happen tomorrow. So this is the three variables within the algorithm. Basically, the three variables which people have to give is date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. These three variables are quite enough because to operate this machine, what we have developed with. So 4 billion data knowledge, subjectively Lagna information. I hope you understand the Lagna chart. The astrologers use it, Lagna Kundali, that contains 4 billion data sets. 4 billion data sets is not a small number, but it's a complex number. People may not even get it easily. Even only the human mind, a pro astrologer can understand that Lagna. But training the AI system is a bit challenging over here. So we have developed certain methodology within it to understand, to make the AI to understand the subject. And prana data pattern, as it is also associated with time series calculation. Philosophically, every human, as God has given 120 years to live. But in this age, people are living up to 70, average 70. Previously, it has been 50 to 70 right now. Ancient time, it was 120, more than 120, 240 years, like this. Still people are there, our Chiranjeevis are there, we are not considering them. And 43,000 time series calculation, it's an inclusion of 120 years of one single individual. The energy interpretation, the energy exhibition of that person is being displayed on this earth. So it's just like we are on a huge screen, 3D screen, and to one cosmic giant who has been viewing us on this earth. This is the variable and the outline of the algorithm which we have developed. This is the AI system trained with LLMs. LLMs is the large language models. It's a contemporary, most advanced AI system employed by most AI agents. Like OpenAI has been using LLMs to generate the advanced text, and most of the companies have been competing against each other with this model. So it's just a complex mathematics. However, why we have included LLMs over here with assisted learning model is system need to understand itself, right? For example, if you have ever used a Tesla car, the car learns by itself how to drive rather than we are driving it. It observes its surroundings and move around it on its way. So the system will learn by itself. That's the assisted learning model in a basic contemporary word of assisted learning. However, the LLMs, advantage of LLMs over here is to calculate this 4 billion and this data sets in a fraction of a second. Manually, it will take hours and hours of time. If I sit manually, I can do 99% accurate prediction, but it may take up to 1 or 2 hours. And manually, people don't even employ this sort of methodology because this was accurate and very ancient. Now, AI system can do it. So we are not just, making the system so dangerous. We are also constraining itself so that it is safe for people. Right now, we are at the beta version. It's available in the Google Play Store. So people who are always worried about their tomorrow, what's going to happen there tomorrow, who are even tensed, how will be my future? Mostly the app is made for the current generation of people who are in a decision-making phase. So this is all. I'm going to conclude my presentation over here about the Destini.ai. Thank you very much. And last but last, my mother has funded for all this project. She is the key player. She's there, and she's a key player in the whole project, where from root to this level. And furthermore, it's in the beta version. I mean the pilot version. Further developments will be on the progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I would like to ask our session chair, Dr. Ravi Prakash Arya garu, to present memento, shawl and certificate to our speaker, Shri Kushal Yarlagadda garu. I request the team to help sir with the felicitation.